you ready to learn? Grab your cards and let's get started. You start off with a deck of cards. All the cards are face down. Take the third card and turn it face up. That'll be the card, and you have a pinky break underneath it. Now what the move is going to look like is this. You show the 8 of hearts, and in the action of turning over, you're actually turning over the third card with it. So what happens is the cards are sliding together. The Jack and the 8 become aligned as they get turned over, and that's the double. Now I'll show you in a moment how to get into it. But for now, let's show you 2 ways of how to do the move. First of all, you have the pinky break there. You take off an individual card, you push it off, you show it singularly, and then you put it back onto the deck so it's about halfway to the right. Your pinky break is a very strong break. Your middle finger is going to go into that break, and the whole entire pad, the whole side of this finger is going to contact that bottom card. Now the index finger is very important. You'll notice that the left hand index finger is here in the front, the right hand index finger is going to meet here and cover, so there's going to be nothing to flash at the front. So you put this card back, your middle finger enters the break, it pulls, this is my index finger out of the way so you can see, if my index finger is there to cover it, it looks something like that. Now you'll see it's a slow and deliberate action. You turn over the top card, you show it, you put it back, you pause to gesture, to grab a marker. You have to have a pause there. It's very important because you have to have a reason for replacing the card and pausing and then going back into it. Your middle finger is pulling, and the cards are not really aligned. You can see they don't become aligned until the very last moment. The wrists do a little move like this. They turn inwards, so the cards become aligned at the bottom. I'll show you one more time. Here's the king, here's the jack. You go into the break, and at the end, they coalesce, and now you can turn it over. That wrist move is very, very important. Now you don't have to do this in 2 hands like this. You don't have to break the gesture. You can do it as a one-handed move. This looks something like this. You've got that card face up, okay? You've got your pinky break below it. You push over the top card. You show it. And the instant that your hands come together, you can now square up the cards and do the move. Now this will take a little bit more practice, but you're going to find how incredibly deceptive this is. Watch what happens. The card is here, the king of spades. I show this card. As the hands come together, 2 things are going to happen. First of all, just like the Ken Krenzel slide under switch and the Barry Price stealth switch, the pinky of the left hand is going to kick that card out. Now if you were just to kick that card out, you'd get the move done, but you'd flash probably, and it wouldn't really be as beautiful as it should be. And that's where your left thumb comes in. Your left thumb is going to pull this card to the left, not like this, not at an angle. Instead, your left thumb goes down like this, and it pulls directly to the left. The whole entire pad of the thumb, everything is moving to the left. What happens is that card automatically starts to get kicked out by the pinky. But the good thing is that, in fact, it doesn't have to go far. You see, when a spectator is looking from above, it looks like the cards are never aligned. In reality, that card is almost perfectly aligned with the deck. It's just the top card that's moving. This was a touch pointed out to me by my friend Brent Boyko. Now I show you the card, and I turn them over, and there's the move, and it's done. So once again, with 2 hands, it looks something like this. You separate your hands, and as you come together, the left thumb is pulling, the right pinky is kicking, everything coalesces. These fingers are here at the bottom. Everything gets pinched like this, and the double gets turned over. Again, the alignment happens on the bottom. Here you are, you align right there in the bottom, and then you turn over that card. That's the basic structure of the undercover turnover. Now I'm going to show you some ways to get into it. Here's 2 great ways to get into the move. One is more of a hidden action, the other one can be done in the open. If you push over 3 cards, pick up 2, and then use these to turn this card over, you can get that card to turn face up, but doing it in a tighter fashion. It looks something like this. So in the action of events, as you're just spreading the cards, you just take this, and you let that card fall as you align these cards. No one will catch this if you're talking to them and they're not paying attention to the cards. Now if they are staring at the cards, there's a way to do this a little more naturally. So let's say the deck has been shuffled, you take it back, you do just a double turnover, and you pick up the 2 cards as one, you push over the 3rd card, and it's going to look like you just stroke the card, but for a second there it's going to go underneath there, and you're going to load that card behind it. So fast it would look something like this. You show the ace, you snap, and then you rub it, and now you've loaded that card second from the top. Once you've got it loaded, now you're ready to go into the switch. Those are two nice ways to get into it. It all depends on the effect. The more loosely you handle the cards, the more you just play with the cards, the more casual you are, the less they'll notice, and the stronger the change will be. Now, you've probably seen this move and you like it, and you're starting to play with it and you're getting comfortable with it, but you're thinking, what can I do with it? Well, if you do an ambitious card routine, this is a great move to place into that routine. If you do the anniversary waltz, if you do a lot of different effects, this can replace a phase or a move you already have. So let's take a look at some of the uses. If you are having a card selected and signed, you can casually take and turn not just one card over, but two cards over. So now you have two cards face up. Now you can take that signed selection, put it back here, keep your thumb here, and the pinky can actually kick out both cards, just like in the original Krenzel move. You can take it, and now you can turn over both cards, and you show the card is down there in the center, the card's not on top, push it in, snap your fingers, and it comes right back to the top. It's a nice little useful gesture. Let's say you have an odd card. Okay? You can have that odd card second from the top. Now you ask a spectator to touch a card. You have to make a pause here in order to get your break. So you leave that card outjogged. As you go to your pocket to get a marker, you take that opportunity to pinky count the two cards, or to do a slight push off here and just get a break. You can get it from the natural break. And now you turn this card over and you do the move to turn that card face up. To the spectators, it looks just like you pick the card out and turn it over, but in reality, they're now signing the odd back card. Now, if you're doing an anniversary waltz, this can be a double face, or it can be anything you like. The most important thing is that marker. Remember, don't just take out a card, point it out, and then turn it over, and then do it. You have to have a little beat. You take it out, you show it here, you grab the marker from the table and you hand it to someone, and then you're here, and you turn that card face up, and now they get to sign it. The action of the marker is a very important action. I'm going to show you one of the first effects I ever came up with when I found out the many uses of the Undercover switch. All you need is a deck of cards, a little marker, and a spectator. So, sir, would you mind just point to any card you like? Which one looks good to you? That one right there? Great. Now I'm going to have you take this marker. If you would take that cap off for me, and I want you to sign this card big letters on the face. So sign that 5 of hearts. Beautiful, sir. You're bound to be a doctor. Now you have that card signed, and you turn it over and you place it into the center of the pack. You push it in all the way, and all you have to do is snap your fingers, and you can get that card to come right back to the top. Now, you know, there's 100 magicians that can do that trick, right? But 50 of them won't repeat it for you. The other 50, they're a little more brave. They'll push that card into the deck, they'll snap the fingers and get that card to come back. Pretty cool, huh? Now, out of those 50, there's about 16 of them that have mastered the art of changing the ink on the face of that card. Out of those 16, there's about 7 of them that cause the tension of the card to change so that the back changes as well. But there's only one guy, and I've been looking for him for 2 years because I can't figure out how he makes that blue card yours.